Are you ready for this sickness? Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. So it's been a pretty interesting year. I would say 2018 had bigger books. There's some pretty big books in 2018. But this is a collection I threw together of 20 hot comics that came out this year. And I know a lot of you guys are asking me, to make this video. I did one last year. They were like top sellers. And we looked back at some spec and stuff like that. And I mean, basically, that's what this channel is for you guys. I try to get ahead of stuff. A lot of stuff no one knows about, so that makes it even more hot. But I have some ideas about that for 2020 for you guys to really think about on books that we just don't know are going to be hot. And we'll get to that a little bit later. But I put together a list of 20. They're not the, top 20. They're just 20 that I wanted to take a look back at that were pretty dang cool. And I wanted to say thank you to my subs. I love you guys. I really do. We've grown quite a bit in the last year. Hopefully we can double the number this year. But, again, this channel's for you guys. I try to give you advance warning on books all year long so that you can get them. Some people have comic stores where they get a mass quantity of these books. That is not normal. Most stores on low print books barely order them. It just goes to the people on their pull list. Other stores order a bunch, and you know what? They're going to go out of business. It's just that simple. They will go out of business eventually. That's the comic book rule of thumb, unless they have some other little secret that they use to move books. But overall, it's been a pretty interesting year. The way the market has gone this year is majority of the books, dude, they're like fire hot for like 24 hours. So you have to be on it if you want to make a flip. Or you just have to be able to get it so you can save it for your collection in the long run. Some of them will gain. Some of them will come back down. That's just how it works. But in the spec market, if that's what you're using me for, you got to be quick, guys. You got to get those pre-sales ready. Get it ready and pray for the best and hope you can move your book. But for me, it's just about getting the book. Yeah, my auctions, and sometimes I have some of these books and I'll sell them to you guys. But for me, it's just about getting the book and being informed for myself. And that's why I started this channel in the first place, to entertain you guys and have fun and to vent and stuff like that, and just, have an outlet. But also I did it to help others with stuff that I had problems with. So I hope you guys enjoy this channel. If you're new and you like this content, sub up. Trust me, you don't want to miss my weekly videos. They really help a lot of people, and I've been getting a lot of positive feedback in regards to that. So let's jump right into it. I'm just calling it the 20 hot comics from 2019. They're just 20 books, okay? There's so much more. You guys are going to be like, what about this? What about that? You don't have to put that, guys. This is just my fun little video on some 20 books we can look at, okay? So, if you're new, hit that sub button. If you like this video, give me a like. Talk to me, guys, in the comments. And, yeah, we'll have an auction on Friday. How about that? Also, one person in the comments will get one of these 20 books I show. One. So I'll do a giveaway. I'll pick one later this week. And one of you guys will get one of these 20 hot comics, okay? So let's get started right now with Detective Comics 1000. It's an event book, 1000 anniversary. There was plenty of appearances, a cameo of Arkham Knight, different, characters introduced, a lot of stuff in that book. But this Jae Hung Lee cover was fire. It's probably my favorite cover of the bunch. There were some other variants, but I think that was one of the best covers of the year too. Now this video is going to be mixed with some keys, some covers, some indies, just a little mix of books that I thought were great this year. And this is on the list, okay? So Detective Comics 1000, Jae Hung Lee variant, loved it. Love the colors, love everything. They also had a black and white and stuff like that. I don't even think I have anymore. I sold them to you guys. Ah, Jesus. Anyway, let's move on to just the second one. Okay. Spawn's been hot all year, okay? But this 293 was the first appearance of Godsend, first of all. But there was an error. Some of the books had... it was like a black and white, but some of the pages are printed in color. I got lucky enough to get one of these. I think there's some value there still. And the cover was dope. Plus, it's a key, winding up to 300. And I love that book. I got one. So maybe you guys did too. Now, that's one of those books, though. Like the Harley Quinn one before. I told you guys, look, that book's going to be hot. And, you know, I did a video on all the Detective Comics 1000 covers. But on this one, no one knew till after. So, you know, I don't have the ability to look inside the book. But there it is. And I'm pretty sure it was a low print, too. So, next up. One of the biggest books of the year. Naomi #1. I mean, dude, the spec and fire on this book, you know, brand new character, you know, first appearance of Naomi. Dude, people were all over it. And they still are. It was low print. I remember people going, oh my God, I'll click as many Naomi's as I can. It was fire hot. And it still is. I got the #5, I think. I got a bunch of #5s where it has her in her costume and stuff like that. But I might be picking up this #1. There's a variant. I know of a place that has a variant cover of it. I might pick it up just because. But that was one of the hot books of the year. Okay, here's another one. Batman 77. Dude, this one came out of nowhere, too. It was one of those books where you're like, oh my God, they killed Alfred. Bane snaps his neck or whatever. There's a variant cover, too, but that was one of those shockers, and if you went to your store, they were gone. That was a pretty big book. If you really looked, you know, they'll probably bring it back if they haven't already. I don't remember, but for a book, Batman #77 was a big one. Death of Alfred. Okay. Next up, we got Harley Quinn #57. Now, what's so cool about this book, first of all, was the cover. Fire art. That's the variant. But there was a minor first appearance in there. But inside was an error. They gave the credit to Frank Cho and inside the book. So he had nothing to do with it. So, and that's when they were going back and forth with him, I believe, about doing art. Something happened there with DC and him. I don't know, but I think he's back on it now. But I love that cover. I have one of those. Most of these I have. I don't have the Naomi. But that was a pretty cool book, and I think it still holds some value. It's an error and a fire variant cover. Another new book. Not a lot of people, I don't know if they care or not, but it's a big book. New War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #1. There are a bunch of new appearances in here. New team appearance. First appearance of Luna Snow, Crescent and Low, Arrow, Wave. The big heat was because of the Filipino characters and stuff like that. And you had Swordmaster on the cover as well. So, I mean, a bunch of new characters. Of course, the War of the Realms was this giant mess in my mind. There were some cool covers, but I bought every one, man. But anyway, New Agents of Atlas #1. I think it has legs in the future, and because there's so many keys in it, first appearances. So I consider that a decent book for 2019. Okay, so Supergirl 33 variant, okay? Now, there was also Superman 14. So both the regular covers and the variants were recalled, if you remember. They said they weren't part of the Year of the Villain. And the covers weren't supposed to have Year of the Villain on them. But the truth of the matter is, that was bullshit. There's some, like, stuff inside where characters are white or they're not black or something. It's kind of like a racist deal. I'm not exactly sure how it goes, but you don't hear about it. And they covered it up pretty damn good. They wanted him back so they could fix the art inside. It didn't have anything to do with the Year of the Villain thing. That was some bull crap. So, and if you remember, dude, they were telling all these stores you can't sell them. We'll send you new copies if you show proof that you destroy them. And then they did that special Joker Year of the Villain cover that you can only get if you had complied with the rules. Anyway, I got a couple of those. And that was the hot topic. It's a year of errors and stuff like that, man. And I think, honestly, in the long run, this could be a decent book. Just because of why. And I'm telling you, cover up. Okay, another shocker. Here we go. Marvel Comics presents number 6. Now, it's the first appearance of Rain, the daughter of Wolverine. And number 5, it has a cameo. But, dude, this book was, like, ridiculously low print. No one was buying these Marvel Comics Presents because they were garbage. And so they threw in Wolverine's daughter, which pisses me off because, of course, I love X-23. But that was a hot book and probably still is pretty hot. We'll see where she goes from here. But, man, that one caught a lot of people off guard, and including myself. Okay, another one. You know, it's the year of the 1000s. We have Marvel Comics 1000. Now, the Mickey Mouse cover. I believe it's either 1 or 2 per store. That book is ridiculous fire. Because Mickey Mouse was on his first official cover appearance on a Marvel book. That variant is just, I'm sure it's still super expensive. And that book was like a shocker too. Like, I went in and started, do you have the Mickey Mouse? Yeah, it's gone, you know, or whatever. But, dude, that book still commands a pretty good amount of money, I think. And there you go. Marvel Comics 1000, Mickey Mouse. A fun one that I got, and I'm pretty sure it's reasonably low print, and I got a crap load of these. Old Lady Harley number 5s. You had the first Old Man Joker, first appearance of Joker's son, first appearance of Old Lady Ivy. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. And they recently did the one with the Bane twins, first appearance of the Bane twins and all this. They're throwing, like, keys or whatever inside books that not a lot of people buy. And this was a pretty good one. Old Lady Harley number 5. Okay. I am doing this. Now, there's a lot of indies we could talk about. I'm only going to talk about 2. Little Bird number 1. Now, you're going to go, Bill, bad boy. How come you didn't read it? Well, I haven't read it yet. But Chin Potter, my compadre, who comes here all the time, artist. His YouTube channel is Sin Potter. SINPOTTER. I would seriously suggest, after this video, going and subscribing to his channel and following him on Instagram. Things are going to change for him in a big way very, very soon. And he knows what he's talking about when it comes to comics. He absolutely loves Little Bird. And it's a hot book. Make sure to sub to him. I'm throwing this book in for him because I know he loved it so much. And you're going to want to sub to him. Trust me. Let's just put it that way. That would be Chin's throwing pick. Okay, another book. Venom First Host number 3, second printing. Now, the first printing, this is actually a 2018 book. But it was super hot in 2019. Why? Because you found out later that they were in those Walmart 3-packs. So it boosted up the value, and everyone would go look for them. I did. I couldn't find any. I actually had one I got at the store, at the comic store. I got the second printing. I accidentally sold it before it came out. But, you know, first, basically cover appearance of Sleeper on the cover. Actually, his first appearance on the cover was a number 4, but Second printing number 3 is actually his first full appearance. So, whatever. This book is hot, and still is probably. It might have cooled down a little bit, but this book was the talk for a while in the middle of the year there. Not too long ago. Everyone's trying to get this book. So, there you go. Another book we have is Powers of X number 1. Now, also House of X number 1, too. But I would think this one is more important because it has so many first appearances. First appearance of Cardinal, Rasputin IV, Syllable, and Percival. It's like that New Agents of Atlas, almost. I think New Agents of Atlas has more long run value. So if you can ever get one, I would say get it for, cover if you see it in your store. I have a couple. I'd probably get some more. But such a great series of books, House of X and Power X or whatever. People loved it. And that has some pretty good key value there. Okay. Now, whether it's a key or not, it's sick. Okay? Dude, Art Germ, Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer cover. Dude, that cover's fire. I mean, it just is. We knew it was coming. I bought a lot. I think I gave away a lot. I hope I still have some. I know they are value to them. And it's just, you can't... Dude, who doesn't love that? Dude. I want her to lick my wrist. Okay. This is one of the bigger creepers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 95. Not a lot of people knew about this book. Jennika becomes a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Now, you don't see her in her yellow costume until, I believe, number 97, which I think is a key, too. But this is a huge book. Super low print. It's the 5th turtle. I mean, it's the 5th turtle, guys. I'm not a big... I don't collect it. I did, and I told you guys to collect from 95 to 100. Because, these are a big event. The big things happen in these books. But this is quite a big book. And I expect it to continue going up in value. Remember, they didn't print a lot. So maybe try to get your hands on them. That's what she said. That was one of those surprises, too. Now, this one, it's just one of my favorite covers. There's alternate covers that are worth more. But Silver Surfer Black number 2, the 1 in 25 variant, in this book, he becomes the Void Knight. Like a Herald of Galactus, right? And he looks dope in there. He looks dope in that book. Now, I knew it was coming, and I'm sure you guys did too, but the cover's dope. And, dude, anything with Null, and, I mean, look, guys, all year long, we've been talking about Null coming. And his first appearance was in 2018, right? Yeah. So, I would just say, I would seriously consider starting picking up Venom 3s. I mean, me telling you that's just going to hurt me and make it harder for me to pick them up. But, dude, long-term, Null is a beast. I really expect a lot from him. But I love this book because of Silver Surfer being the Void Knight or whatever. And he looks all dope with his board inside. And that cover's fire. One of my favorite books. Okay, another big book this year. Captain Marvel number 8. First appearance of Star. I don't know if I could say anything else. Low print. First appearance. It's just one of those books. Okay, one of the biggest events of the year, besides some of this I'm talking about with you, is Vampirella number 1. Now, there's nothing big about it, like appearances-wise or anything like that. But dude, there were mad covers for it. I know at least 4 people that bought the stands, the Vampirella stands where you put all the books in. They had to have them. The Vampirella, it was a craze. It's still going strong. The artists on it are fire. And dude, I am noticing a lot now. 2019 was the hot cover. Now, Paul Green, first of all, is fire. He's up and coming. He's a badass. Get ready for Paul Green. Most of his stuff's low print, stuff like that. But Vampirella #1 was fire hot. If you guys remember, it was all over the place. They pushed the hell out of that book. And you know what? Those covers were fire too. So, good for you, Vamp. Okay. Spawn. Okay. Spawn 301, I was at the event. This is the inaugural signing day. This is the record-breaking book. This is the variant cover. This is like one of the harder books to get. For some reason, it's still slowly tracking up. But I'm telling you, in the long run, this book will be worth a hell of a lot of money. Now, that being said, the 296 variant? Is it 296 or 297? I don't know. But, I mean, every Comic-Con had a variant all the way. 299, 300. You had the gold, 300. You had the 1 in 50s. Everything was fire. I mean, they're all the way to 300. And then, of course, this variant right here. So, I mean, it was a very special day for Todd McFarlane and a very special book. Breaking records, etc. Big book. Spawn is on fire. I think it's chilling out just a little bit. But I'm telling you, the interview I got with him talking about possible movies after the Joker movie came out, and he's like, dude, now they know that a darker movie and not that much money into it, you can make a crap load of money. I feel like he's probably getting some phone calls. He's probably, and just, if you can get Spawn, hold on to it. The prices are still going to be up. I'll try to look for more for you guys. But, dude, I'm telling you, we got a lot of time left, and that book and Spawn in general keep going up. Okay. Also, I called this book out, The Batman Beyond, number 37. First full appearance of Batwoman Beyond. I think they're going to reveal her identity coming up soon. Blight came back. But, dude, this book was fire hot. It's just fire hot. Low print. Another one of those books. Now, that's 20. I have one more. But I wanted to say, look, there's a lot of books. Everyone's going to have different hot books, different top 20s. This isn't a top 20. This is just 20 hot books that I think we all remember and remember the heat behind them. And that's the point. You know, a lot of these books I was able to tell you about and say, look, guys, try to get this book, pre-order it, whatever, or get out there and get it, you know, and hopefully you guys got it at cost. That's the point of this channel. But the also point is just to look back and say, dang, dude, even though 2019 was kind of meh, it was still, there was still some hot stuff. Now, before I go to show you my favorite book of the year, and most of you are going to laugh at me, I wanted to talk about speculation really fast. So, a lot of the books we could not get. They were low print. No one knew about it. Here's the secret, okay? Books that everyone hate and that are low print will have the big keys in them. Now, I'm not saying everyone hates Miles Morales. And I could have added his sister's appearance and a bunch of other stuff. Look, it's just 20 hot books, okay? I get it. Those books are hot, too. But it's a low-ordered book. They're going to put big stuff in there. You got Miss Marvel. I didn't even put Miss Marvel number 5 and 7 or whatever. All the new appearances in there, new costume. Low print, hot. Captain Marvel. Who cares? Low print, hot. Keys. That's the secret. That is the secret. They will put big keys in low print books so people will start buying them. They'll create a hype and they'll all try to get it and it'll be super expensive and then they need to get the next one because they don't know what's going to happen. And that's the secret sauce right there. So I'm not telling you, let's just say you have an extra $20 a week to play with and you want to gamble with it. Put Miss Marvel on your list. Put Captain Marvel on your list. Put Miles Morales on the list. Put Batman Beyond on the list. You know, you can put one more on the list of a low print whatever. And cross your fingers and hope you score. Or just hope you got a good store where they have all the stuff. Anyway, that's my little, I guess, you probably already know, inside scoop to the secrets. But dude, almost every big key was in a low print poopy book. And I'm not hating on these guys, but just saying, they're low print for a reason. And we'll leave it at that. Now, for my number one book, and I would call it almost my number one series of the year. And it's not going to be on anybody's list except mine. Floppy Cop number one. Now, there's a lot of good reads out there. And I got to say, to independents, I've read so many more comics than I've ever read before in my life. And most of them are independents. Yeah, I have my own runs and stuff like that. But I swear, Floppy Cop was one of the funniest, interesting reads that got me waiting for the next one. I personally think Floppy Cop number 2 is my favorite story out of them all. And it kind of died down at the end. But man, those first 3 or 4, dude, were hilarious. Number 2 is probably the funniest. So, Dan Daughtery, I actually texted him once. Congratulations. He's doing that book, Touching Evil, which just came out, which is fire, and it's not funny. I would suggest jumping on that as soon as possible. That book has legs, and it's going to be around for a long time, and definitely could get some sort of movie deal or TV series or whatever. But my favorite book of the year was Floppy Cop, the whole series, and number 2 is my favorite. And that's that. I don't know what else to say. I'm a Floppy Cop type of guy. Okay? So I wanted to say, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of Economics and Comics. Without you guys, there is no channel. There would be no reason for me to do any of this. I love talking to all of you. I hope that I can help you get those good deals in 2020 before they sell out. We'll see what happens. I hope the Null event is super fire sick, and I hope it goes all year long. I mean, I don't know, but I'm excited for new books and new things to happen, and excited for more time with you guys and trying to be there for you. If you need anything, leave a message. Remember, leave a comment. One person is going to win one of these books that I talked about. And I hope you enjoy. Please hit that sub button. Please hit that like button. It's been a great year. Happy New Year's to you guys. And we'll see you in 2020. Stay sick. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to use any of these coupon codes, go ahead. It's all there for you to use and abuse. Please check out this sick video next. And again, please hit that like button, throw a comment down, and please subscribe. Love you guys. Stay sick. See you later.